Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for hosting us this evening.
It's a pleasure.
It's very nice to meet you. I know that you were posted here 20, 25 years ago, and you've only been back for about 2 weeks. But
that's right.
We are here for about 6 days total, and although we have kind of a packed schedule, is there anything that you would recommend, or if somebody happens to be in C.A.R, is there anything in Bangui or in the country in general that you would recommend seeing?
Well, you know, I think what's really amazing here is the nature. First of all, I think you have to go down to the river, especially at sunset.
The Bangui River?
Yeah, the Bangui River. And actually, you're looking across at Congo there, and you'll see the pirogues going up and down the river. You may see fishermen out with their nets. You'll see birds. It's just a beautiful scene. And actually, it's even better if there's a storm coming in.
Oh, yeah?
Because the storms will come down the river, and you'll see them kick up, the waves in the river, and you'll see the palm trees blowing, and it's tremendous.
I actually got to experience that the other day. One of the main warehouses that all of the nets are being kept in before this distribution starts is right on the river.
Yeah.
And we were there the other day just as a storm was about to start. It did really kick up the water, and it's crazy, pretty electric.
Exactly. Yeah, indeed.
All right, that's a good recommendation.
And then you have to get out of town and see the countryside. Stop where the little villages are, see how they're organized, and the houses are laid out, and everybody has their place, and get them to go out and show you the fields, and then you'll see this is a tremendously rich country in terms of it's so green, things grow. This is a great place to be a farmer.
Yes.
And so there really is a future here for that.
Yeah, lots of natural resources.
Yeah.
As you're getting to know and connecting with people here in different communities, how are you identifying what role malaria is playing in people's day-to-day lives?
Well, that's an important question. They said this is a rich country. The farmers can do well, but you can imagine if you don't have a net and you have very serious strains of malaria here, then it may be you that get sick, or more importantly, it may be your children. And very high level of infant mortality. And, Central Africans love their children like anyone does, and you hate to see a child die. So that has a huge impact. So if they have nets, and I was here 25 years ago, people didn't have nets then. People didn't know about them. Sure. Now they do, and they want them. But people don't have a lot of cash. This is not, particularly for the rural people, this is not a money economy. And so even sheep net is expensive for them. So that's where it really does make a great difference to have this kind of program.
Yeah. Are there other hopes and goals and dreams or ideas that you have for the country, even though I know you're just sort of starting your post here?
Yes, of course. I mean, this is a country that's gone through some difficult years, but the essential is that it is a rich country. There is space. We've had some violent conflicts that have been very difficult for people, but there is a political reconciliation process going forward. There are elections coming forward. And so there is a sense that if we can continue that, if they can continue that way, if they can move forward in terms of reconciliation, then that will allow the farmers, the average people, to restart the economy in that way and begin to move forward for their children.
That makes sense. Do you have any particular recommendations in terms of, I'll have spent about a week here, but already I feel so impassioned to go back home and to be able to speak of what I've seen and the stories I've heard. And do you have any suggestions in how to sort of, I don't know, leverage this momentum that I think we've all sort of experienced over the past couple of days, and to help it in turn benefit the people here in C.A.R.
Well, I think one thing that you will have noticed already, and you will continue, is that Central Africans are wonderful people.
Yes.
They're very warm. They're very easy to talk to. I still remember when I was here before, I could go and see the Minister of Education without an appointment. I would just show up, and it was that kind of place. So they're good people to work with, the people you want to help, first of all. And then I said, even though if you look at the indexes, things look terrible here in terms of mortality rates and such.
Statistics are...
Yeah, they're not good. You will see, and particularly as you get around, you'll see this is not a hopeless place. If you get outside the country, the city, and you see the wealth and the people working, you'll realize that there isn't that much that separates them from moving forward.
Is there anything else that you would want to impart on Americans? Anything else you think they should know about C.A.R. or the people or the progress that's being made? I know that's pretty general,
that's right. That's a big question. Well, it is not a well-known place.
Yes, exactly.
And that is the problem. But it is a big country. It's a country the size of Texas.
With 4 million people?
With 4 million people. That's right. The Central Africans live in a difficult neighborhood. You have Sudan on one side, you have the Congo below, Chad above. These are all places with serious conflicts and with lots of guns, and that's been a problem because those guns come easily across the borders, and that's helped create a certain amount of the instability that's made it so hard for people to live their lives. But again, I think this is a difficult moment, but it's not an intractable problem.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to thank you again for hosting all of us in your home, and
thank you for coming all the way to Bangui.
Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure, and good luck the next couple of years here.
And I hope you'll meet some artists here and be able to take back some Central African art. It needs to be exposed.
Very good suggestion. I'll definitely have to do that, and hopefully I would love to come back one day as well.
Okay.
But thank you again.
Thank you.